Hi, and welcome back to another year of Keeping It Real with Coach Neal. I'm Brandon Sands with the Seahawk Digital Network, joined now by UNCW women's soccer head coach Chris Neal. Coach, how are you?
Doing good. Happy to be back.
Awesome. Year 6 for you at your alma mater. What does that mean to you?
Well, time flies when you're having fun, they say, and it's all a blur. You know, we've had a blast. We've won games, and it's hard to believe that 6 years has gone by like that, but here we are.
You know, that's awesome. I really think it's cool when a place that means something so much to you, you're able to come back and give back to the next generation of Seahawks who have been on campus here for about, I think, 2-3 weeks so far. You've had great weeks of training, already played some preseason games, different, two teams, Longwood and Clemson, that you've hosted, different styles, different places, and where they are and what their goals are going to be this season. What have you learned about your team through 2 preseason games?
Well, they're adapting to information very quickly. It's the structure of NCAA soccer is like a running treadmill on high when you show up, and you better be ready to hop onto it. So we've been here, 2 weeks now, and we played 2 exhibitions within the first 12 days. We've only got 3 returning starters, so there's lots of opportunity and lots of new faces, even though we have a smaller roster this year. So we've just got to get the team on the same page. We've got to get people experience in starting positions. And there's just a lot of pieces to this puzzle that we have to put together very quickly. And I think we've been able to accomplish that. And we've challenged them to be able to receive information, see it on video, and go out and execute in training and games. And the team has been really, really good about that. So their soccer IQ has been fantastic.
3 returning starters, Hannah Wise in goal, Kayla Burrows, Micaiah Parham. What are you expecting or excited to see from those 3? Especially Hannah, who was here for her first year last year, split time, and now that position is hers, and she's going to be able to run with it.
Simply put, we need leadership. Things aren't going to go great all the time, and we're going to make mistakes with all these new faces and trying to figure things out. So we just need them to lead this group in all phases. And you can't take breaks in that leadership. It has to be constant and steady and consistent, so we're really relying on that group for that.
There's a lot of new faces, a lot of girls that are going to be playing significant minutes, something they may not have been used to in their college careers so far. As a coach, what challenges does that present for you when you're filling out and thinking strategy, and what opportunities does that give for them to try different people in different spots and see where they thrive and where they could be best suited?
Well, the opportunity for them is quite simply with a smaller roster, a better chance to playing time if they earn it. And we've told them on day one with a smaller roster, one of the things they need to be is adaptable. And their name is going to get called to play a position that maybe is not their primary position. So they need to be versatile and ready to play somewhere else that maybe they're not used to 100%. So I think there's opportunity for them in that respect.
One newcomer who has played a lot of collegiate soccer, Kennedy Adams, a transfer from Iowa State. How excited are you to get that experience and get that kind of talent on your back line?
There's no substitute for experience at a high level, and Kennedy's played in a Power 5 conference now for many, many years, and she stepped right in and provided some stability at the back for us. So really, really pleased with her so far.
That's great, Coach. Moving forward, Thursday you're at Coastal Carolina. They're under a first-year head coach, Joe Chubb. You played them last year. You've had success against them in the past. What are you looking for in that matchup?
Well, again, you said it, new leadership brings new attitude, new culture, a new spirit. So they're going to be up for it, and it's going to be a classic local rivalry. The excitement of opening night can't be matched, whether you're at home or whether you're on the road or at home. So I expect it to be a very high-energy atmosphere, and we have to be very ready to prepare on the road. And that was one of the challenges we struggled with last season and in the spring was getting results on the road. So that's got to be a focus.
And then Sunday, a team that you do have a lot of familiarity with, VCU. You played them pretty much every year that you've been the coach here. That they come here again. How exciting is that? Your home opener, a familiar opponent, a former conference opponent. How exciting is that?
We've had some real dogfights with VCU in these past first 5 seasons, some wins, some losses, and some draws. So just a real quality opponent, one of the best mid-majors out there, extremely well coached and organized. They had a very successful preseason. They beat Longwood by a large margin and then beat NC State in their second exhibition. So really excited about that quality early season matchup and having them at home.
And then as you look forward to the season, the big picture, in the newly rebranded Coastal Athletic Association, had 2 All-CAA preseason honorees, Caleb Burrows, Micaiah Parham. What are you looking for in the league that adds a pretty good Campbell team this year?
Very different this year because we play everyone this year, which is great. I love that. We'll have a true, regular season champion with everyone playing everyone. But the big difference is conference play starts over 2 weeks earlier, or about 2 weeks earlier than it did in previous years. So you don't have as much time to prepare for CAA play as we used to. So it's really vital that we get our ducks in order very, very quickly. So I think that's one of the biggest things we have to prepare for and adjust as we head into the CAA play. And the reality is only 6 teams make that tournament. There's 13 teams in the league. There's going to be some very, very good teams on the outside looking in at the end of the year. So making that tournament is going to be very difficult, and that's our goal. And then to win that the conference tournament and go to NCAA. So it seems so long away, but in reality, all the preparation right now is vital.
Coach, best of luck this week. Thanks again for joining us, and have a wonderful season.
Thanks so much, Brandon.